I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving alone this year, which was a pleasant change of pace. At the same time, my Aussie-born wife trying to sell my 9-year-old daughter on how racist and evil America is before she left for work later that evening didn't send my endorphin levels higher, especially knowing that the land down under is whiter than my vertical jump and whiter than an agoraphobic albino member of Antifa. Has Netflix produced a game show Who's More Racist yet? Anthony Anderson hosts. He's only been gainfully employed in Hollywood since Me, Myself, and Irene before Jim Carrey became a wannabe Salvador Dali for The New Yorker. Anthony Anderson asked Hugh Jackman, who's more racist? Hugh Grant on stilts, Aussies or Americans? And Baz Luhrmann making a miniseries about the birth of hip hop for Netflix and tagging Beastie Boys Don't Matter Anymore on his director chair. Doesn't matter. Grand Dragon of Oz. Hugh Jackman says, didn't your country elect a biracial community organizer twice, mate? Also, didn't Black Lives Matter tag Kill the Jews on synagogues in LA near Cantor's Deli in the name of Farrakhan Be Good, who praised Hitler by claiming Hitler was trying to destroy the international bankers controlling Europe because all those devil-spawned Jews now control the Federal Reserve and all the banks and the North Pole too. But Snoop Dogg calls Farrakhan a great man and does Tostitos commercials with the domesticated goddess of home improvement, Martha Stewart, which totally whitewashes the fact how Snoop Dogg's brain hovers a notch below pornhood hell. Can I get a holla? For still fighting the good fight, for not holding back one iota, going for kill shots, long time, all the time. Holla. Thank you very much. So I'm going to perform a piece that I submitted to the American Thinker. It's my new favorite online publication. I highly recommend it. The editor there, I'm in love with. She's fantastic. Her name is Andrea Woodberg. And I'd submitted this piece to them. And she, in a very nice way, said, listen, you need to be performing this shit on stage. This reads like a script, and also your tendency to use very long-winded sentences doesn't work for our format. So I'm just going to shut up about Andrea's summation of this piece and let the material speak for itself. But it is moving, and right now, there's a lot of doom and gloom, and this is a very positive, faith-fueled piece that I am very fond of in honor of our current president, who has made ball busting great again. Here we go. To honest Trump. Truth is generally the best vindication of slander. Abe Lincoln. Can still your president, too honest Trump, get boorish during his rallies when he gets a tad too comfortable riffing on stage because he can, knowing Ron White lives in Beverly Hills? Yes, but even in these moments, when you'd wish President Trump would dial up the invective against mask-ordering hypocrite maniacs such as Nancy Denture-Breath Pelosi for acting above the rules in a San Francisco salon because cracked-out-looking booze hounds like herself need all the doggy, dressy-up help she can get. Even in these long-winded, business-as-usual casual moments, President Trump is still infinitely more interesting and enjoyable to watch perform than any rock star, stand-up comedian, Broadway actor, NBA player, WWE star, late-night talk show host, or alleged political commentator personality on MSNBC and CNN Today. Or on Fox for that matter, because the predictably dronish and nauseatingly flippant, suddenly faithless Laura Ingraham doesn't count either. Side note, I remember reading a couple months ago about how LeBron James wanted to run for president in like 4 years. So he could tell Laura Ingraham to stick to being a less ghoulish looking Ann Coulter. Humor is exaggerated honesty if delivered in a laugh generating way. And for the past 4 years, Too Honest Trump is king of the heap. But if I don't wear a mask outside with my 3 kids in Katona, New York for a leisurely Saturday stroll to pick up some candy, I'm not a carrying hack into pleasing my chaste and supporting mother like Seth Meyers. And lie to me again, Mom. Why would still your President Trump pay 80 million branded racists to attend his hugely popular rallies again? Last time I checked, none of us science-dissing mongoloids don't have to wear masks at his rallies, acting like a frazzled Michael Jackson on holiday in Bahrain, which is now opening kosher butcher shops due to the normalizing peace treaties made possible by you-know-who, and less time than it takes for Jared Kushner to burst with Ivanka and Sheer whenever she talks dirty to him in Mandarin on his birthday again. I still get enraged about how nobody within the media, especially on the conservative side, the wholly good ones, who once hailed Ronald Reagan as the great communicator, still fucking pisses me off. Fuck and rage. It fucking pisses me off that no one on the purely good, right, conservative side, no one at all emotes outside of Miranda Devine, New York Post, besides her, no one else at all emotes nearly enough about President Trump's endlessly hilarious, always biting, far from edgeless antithesis of Seth Meyers material, which has to leave most working headliner heavyweight stand-up champs, such as the great Andrew Dice Clay, in perpetual wow-worthy awe. And Dice is still hilarious. 4 years ago, the legendary Dice Man said, "Trump, he stole my act. Oh, I can't take no more." Consider the sheer amount of new material Too Honest Trump cranked out during the final stretch of his election campaign, involving 4 to 5 shows a day off his highly developed, always under heckler attack, supremely powered, punchy New York bred head, while continuing to make ball busting great again in the process. Sure, Don Rickles did 4 to 5 shows a day in Vegas in his prime, but he always stuck to the same act for his 50-plus year career, nor did he ever go off for 2+ hours in front of 50,000-seated arenas, either while having every utterance under ready-to-fire social media attack either. And if he was, I doubt that Rickles would be so freaking chummy around Blue Eyes at the Sands after hours either. I think the main reason why a rock god like Neil Young, or a so-called actress like Alyssa Milano, or the king of the persecution complex, LeBron James, I think the main reason all these uppity twat resistors refuse to acknowledge the all-star performance prowess of President Trump, who continues to rock the millions and millions with one bombastic bar blast after another against real faces of evil, such as Iran and China, who resist Wuhan lab investigations more than Aquafresh, is because of blatantly transparent, insufferable, panties in a bunch, 24/7, twatty, enshrouded jealousy. All their petty, fake news deep, precious egos have been stuck in a perpetual bitchy, lash-out spat for the past 4 years, knowing these alleged, well-meaning, good-intentioned superstars in their own respective fields are simply not as beloved essential leaders in America's eyes. Especially on Twitter, in comparison, who would never donate their salary to charity and perform for free while putting their life and precious egos on the killing floor day in and day out to preserve and advance the American dream of American exceptionalism made with big deal flourish in the USA! USA! Too Honest Trump is keeping freedom of speech alive and is the most transparent president of all time, which makes me proud to be an American in a place I know I'm free to call Antifa a poor man's Punisher vigilante ripoff idea come to life, or bad boy soy Boys in hoodies without being thrown into a Chinese torture chamber camp, forced to bow at the altar of LeBron James over the vastly superior choke-free MJ just yet. Assuming newly anointed Supreme Court Justice Amy Barrett shows Laura Ingraham what a real-deal star conservative can do to overturn such a blatant, diabolical offense of election fraud to ensure our dear American Republic shines upon the hill again from sea to shining sea and burn bright with too honest Trump at the helm in the Oval Office where he belongs to finish punishing the real evildoers within our midst to ensure this shit show never becomes another media manipulated reality TV train wreck off the cliffs of insanity into our country's heart of darkness ever again. Can I get a holla for preaching the gospel long time? Holla. Thank you very much. Because like Abe before him, too honest Trump is the undisputed people's champion. Not hiding Biden or Obama be good, no matter how hard the bizarre world media and big tech titans like Goodwill Hoodie at Facebook try to convince us in the name of ending hurtful hate speech directed at their fake news working class heroes such as kitesurfing Kerry, Hillary Hammertime Cankles, and the guilt-free, cold-blooded Golden Girls killer Governor Cuomo, otherwise known as the Italian reptilian inside. President Trump is a real patriot who kills himself to uphold the land of promise, our New Jerusalem for those scrappy, enterprising, never say die American freedom fighters who cherish their freedom to dream on and produce brighter, family-rich tomorrows, pregnant with more life-topping possibility than ever before. Keep on punching, President Trump. America loves you for it, but you know that already. You got the most amount of votes out of any U.S. president in U.S. history, as I predicted on the Doodle Dead Year podcast. Long time! Because you lead by example, giving our nation a new lease on life in the God-blessed pursuit of liberty, lays happiness, which has no peer like FLOTUS on Inauguration Day on Wednesday, January 21st, 2021, basking in the greatest Trump rally in our nation's capital yet. And I'll talk to you guys soon.